Hey Naomi. Um, so I was gonna text this to you, but I just thought I'd rather do a video just because, like, I don't know. I feel like sometimes when you text somebody, you just don't get those emotions. You can't get your point across because you can't emphasize certain points of it, other than like with an exclamation point or something like that. So, um, it's regarding Crystal's dad's funeral, and I'll just start off by saying, I'm there with Crystal, even though I'm not actually right there. I'm there with you, the kids, and everything like that. And I feel I got a heavy heart for everybody involved. His wife, I think that's the closest person as far as like time spent, because your significant other, that's who you see the most out of everybody. It doesn't put it doesn't basically say how much your relationship means between anyone else, but I know that they see each other the most, so it's gonna affect her as far as that. Um, and then just everybody. I know she's probably got a pretty big family, or he does, I should say, and so yeah. But my main thing is for me and you, and just saying that I appreciate that you didn't give me a hard time about not attending his funeral. And I would say that you were probably like, I'm not gonna go anyways, and we're not even together, and it doesn't matter because I've never been to any other one, so why would I want to start going now? And all of that taken into account makes sense because I've been consistent from day one as far as that goes. There's just certain things I don't deal with well, and that's one of them. Being around that is one of them. And I've heard you say that it's not growing up from of me to not be able to deal with that, and things like that. And I'm not going to disagree with your I'm not going to disagree with that. And there's children that attend services, from all ages. So it could be just that, or it could just be a personality thing. I know that before and after I can be there, even like texting during that I can be there. I'm not against it. I understand why it's done. It's just not something that I can deal with mentally, and it would affect me. And I just don't think that it would help very much overall for me moving forward past it. And just thinking about it kind of, brings me to, like, it starts here and it brings me up, and then the emotions, they start to flow from here. And trying to just smile it off because I don't really want to think about, I don't like thinking about that. It really sucks. It just sucks. There's just no way to really describe it. It just sucks that we can't just all be here forever and keep our young bodies and just have fun and not have to deal with pain and suffering. And but so, and then I'm gonna try to keep this short. I want to keep this under like 6 minutes, so I probably won't get everything out that I want to say, but let me just get concise and to the point. You have always expressed yourself to me, and sometimes it's only when you're drinking, or like you're not sober, you're intoxicated, you're more like, okay, let me tell you exactly how I'm feeling. And it could be a negative thing, or it could be a positive thing, or it could be in between. Like just 2 days ago, you expressed how much you wanted to be intimate with me, and you forced that. And I love that about you, because I just feel like it really gives me a sense to know where you're at with things when you express those emotions to me. And even when you're angry at me, it does the same thing for me, because it really helps me understand that there is passion there for me, and that really drives me to you. And it really makes me want to just be even better to you, because you can't mistake passion. You just can't mistake it, whether it's anger or whether it's positive. Passion is passion to me, period. And so I don't think that you wouldn't tell me anything like that. I don't think that you wouldn't ask me to go to Crystal's dad's funeral, and I feel like you didn't do it just because you know that, and you're kind of realizing that that's something that I don't do well with, and you're trying to help me out with that, and you don't want to make me feel bad about it, and it just means a lot to me, you know, if that is the case. And you might just be angry about it and just be like, what the hell for? Like, I know he's not gonna be there for me anyway, so why even waste my time and hurt myself by asking him? And that's always something that, you know, can be the case too. But I think you know that I've always tried to be there for you the best that I can do, being the person that I am, and the experience that I've been through and how I process things. So like I said, even if it's after the funeral, if you kind of needed something, even if it's just text or video chat or something like that, I'd be available for that. And obviously I'm not trying to take this to a different level or anything like that. I understand that you've moved on and you're dealing with other people, and you know, I mean, it hurts to say that I'm probably doing the same thing, and you know, we're kind of there. But just as human beings, just as us and our history, I mean, I've known you 2/5 of my life. I've been close to you, pretty much around you every single day for the last 7 to 8 years. You know, 98% of the time I've been around you for the last 7 to 8 years, which is a lot. And we've pretty much spoke every day overall. So it's tough. It really is. And that's just on like a friendship level. That's just on just a spiritual level. That's just on just being a decent level, you know? So it's kind of crazy. And I'm recording this a couple hours after I actually took your videos for you and Lila, right? The pictures. I took the pictures for you and Lila. And I kind of figured out what you were doing when I heard some of your discussion, you know, unintentionally during that time. And so it's just been something that I've been thinking about ever since, and I just had to make this video and tell you, you know, about it, about how I'm feeling. And so hopefully you got to the end. We're at 7:30 right now, I think. So I'm gonna try to get this wrapped up by a little under 9, I guess. I don't really have much more to say. I feel like I had so much I wanted to say, and I was gonna get straight to the point, just, you know, like bullet points. But you know, when you're actually doing something, you got the camera on and you're trying to, and your thoughts are all over the place. It's a little difficult to do. But I care about you. I do care about your feelings. I do care about your mental health. I always have, and I've always just tried to figure out a way to deal with it where it would work for both of us. And I do want to say that when you move on and you finally get that next person that you're dealing with, and I think it's important that we always help each other out, whether it's in our best interest or not, that you should always realize that there's going to be limitations to every person that you deal with. So you might like everything about somebody, but you might have one or two things where it's like, oh, I just can't get past that. And those are the things that you have to get past, and just understand that you're never going to get exactly all of that. Like, there might be all these great things I do, but then that might be one thing for you where it's a deal breaker. And I feel like you should never let that happen unless you know 100% that it's going to be the thing that's going to break you. Because then it's not a small thing, then it's a huge thing. So that's it. We're at 9 minutes. And I'm going to wrap this up and just say, I hope you have a good night tonight, depending on when you see this. And that's it. That's all I got to say. I'm just going to end this with a smile and positivity. And I'm out.